So hey YouTube, got a surprise. I'm gonna get my 2002 MXZx 440 out of storage, take it for a ride today. Had to shovel a lot out to get the doors open in my shed. So this will be exciting. I haven't ridden a sled in a few years now, so a little bit dusty. Get it outside and kind of clean stuff off. How many miles I have on this thing? 2,858. Primer. So this machine actually doesn't have the 440 in it anymore. I put in 600. Good, my oil bottle's filled. This is also set up for premix. So what some guys don't know is you need to make sure this bottle's filled up with oil, because that's what keeps the water pump gears lubed up. And on rotary valves, on the older motors, that's what kept the rotary valve on the premix models lubricated. It looks like I'm okay. I don't look like I have any holes that got in here. All right. Have to go mix up some fresh premix. Get this thing ready to go. Mixing it up to 32:1. And I have to do that twice because I've got, this is only for 2.5 gallons, and I'm gonna mix up 5 gallons. And then I've got my can marked, so then I'll add 5 gallons of gas. I like to put my oil in first, and then I pour my gas in, and it mixes up better. Now I got gas in it, and now I'm cleaning the stock seat cover off. The original seat cover, I might add. Look at this. It's perfect. And I look at machines that people have, used ones that I go and get, and the seat covers are just garbage. It's like, is it that hard to keep your stuff nice? Really, you know? Anyhow. So it had a single lever, or single switch I should say, for your hot grips and thumb warmers, which I've never had an issue with. It's like generally if I want my hands are cold, my thumb's cold too, so why have 2 separate switches? Came stock with a aluminum throttle block. Looking at some of the mods I did back, crazy. So this fall will be 20 years I've had this machine. I took delivery of it in the fall of 01. And back then, I didn't like the stock handlebars that had the curved ends. I don't know why, and I ended up getting stock Ski-Doo bars and putting those on. And I don't know what happened to my other handlebars. That kind of sucks. I wish I had them. So this isn't my first MXZx. I had a 98, and I love that sled. I wish I never sold it. So let that be a lesson to you kids. If you have a machine you really like, hold on to it. Because you never know when you get older, you'll look back all misty-eyed and wish you still had that machine. So that's why I've held on to this one for all these years. 'Cause I like it. It was way more comfortable than my 98 and rode better. But I like the engine in my 98 better than I like the 440 engine in this one. I actually hated the 440 engine in this one, so I replaced it with the 600. Ran into the first issue. Kind of had a feeling I might. Primer leaks. I already replaced this primer once. It seems like it wasn't that long ago, but the way time goes, it could have been 5 years ago. So one thing I really like primers, but that's the one issue I've had with them. After a while, they just kind of go to crap. However, this thing's been sitting. I don't remember the last time I rode it, so But it did pump fuel, so see if this thing will fire up. It's running. It smoked me out of there. I forgot about that stupid Ski-Doo tether cap that I thought I had a foul plug. It wouldn't rev up, and it was that dumb tether, the stupid chip in that cap. I had to wiggle it a little bit, and then it ran better. Pain in the ass. Always hated that too. Look at that, it holds an idle. Look at my shed, it looks like it's on fire. I couldn't even see in there, it got so bad. It was terrible. I've never had anything smoke things out that bad before. However, in all fairness to it, that just needed to be wiggled down. Street first because I don't know if something happens, easier to walk. I figured I had some spark plugs. But my first impression was I can't believe how long the hood is. I remember these things seemed stubby when they first came out. So one of the things I noticed right away was the seating position. So what was special about this is the last year of the trailing arm chassis for Ski-Doo. Well, I should say for the race chassis. They kept the consumer model in the 03. So then what happened is these came out in fall of 01. Specs said they had 11.5 inches of travel. Is it a special trailing arm? I'm trying to remember. I know the shocks are longer. I kind of thought these might have been different. I used to remember all this stuff. Anyway, it's got longer travel than any of the other models. And the seat was a little taller than what they had. I don't know about the 2000 model, but on the consumer models, the seat was taller. But it feels good standing up on it. But when you sit down, boy, there's a big transition between where it's like sit up and bag type thing. But it's actually not bad. I don't mind it. It's been fun to ride. Man, I'm glad I got it out. I don't know why I let it sit there in the shed for all that time. I forgot how good it runs. I think my memories of my 440 that was a finicky, temperamental bastard, and I didn't really like that motor. My 98 was a dream. It just ran, pull and go, and that was a race sled. This thing, its 440 was a pain in the ass. So I'll try some GoPro video through here, through the big trees. See if I get anything. This will be a nice trail. It's got some bumps. Oh! I forgot you sit on the back. I guess the GoPro's on, we'll see. So I've owned this machine since brand new. I bought it through the Ski-Doo race program. And that was my second Ski-Doo I bought through the race program. And I was all happy, super stoked. And then, what was that? That first race, it was in 2000, was it in 01 still? Maybe it was in 01, whatever the first I bet it was in 01, the first snowcross race, and Blair Morgan was on a rev, and that thing looked like it was from the future, and I was like, oh, I only got to, then I felt like mine, it just was obsolete. But then, I didn't know anything about the rev, and then I got to ride one that spring. The dealer from Glen Ellen brought one down to the pass, and I knew right then and there that the rev rode a lot better. But this thing's still way fun. last of the trailing arm chassis for the race sleds. So I'll show you guys one of the things that was also special about the 440 is the hood was made of a lighter weight material than the consumer models. I trying to think, it shared it with, I think, like a utility sled. They went to some kind of different plastic or something. Then something else I always liked about these, and this is something I wish my VK had for the vents, is look at this. This is super cool. You close the vent like that, you open the vent. You can do it to all of them. It's a really nice feature, and a VK has those squares that you have to, they're pain in the ass to take them out, getting the screws out. And they had this all the way back then. Everything seems to be, I have antifreeze? I do. Okay, see, that was something. That hood, that side of the hood shut down, shut nicely. But you guys that had the ZXs probably remember that they never wanted to close on the other side. And then you had to grab the hood and set it in its groove. Kind of a hassle. Yeah, it's starting to, it's right that time right now that the light is very flat. It actually shows up better. There's more contrast with my phone camera than there is with my eyes. So I'm gonna start heading back down. I'm not up here very high. This is where we turn around for the race. I was gonna head down the other way. I might. Or I might stick with the main trail. I'll decide. But yeah, this is the view. So that's our airport out there. That's Valdez over there. And those lights out in the ocean are, oh, it looks like the container terminal's all lit up. That used to be the world's largest floating dock. Another light looks like maybe the city dock is lit up. And it looks like there's a response barge out there. Over here is Alyeska. That is where the oil from the pipeline goes. That's where it terminates, right there. And then they load tankers from there that go down, I think, pretty much to California for the most part. And you can actually, that line there is actually power lines. There's two dams over there that generate hydroelectricity. And then the pipeline, yeah, you can't really see it. It's over on that side along those mountains. I'm glad I got this out, it's fun. It doesn't ride that great, but I'm sure my shots could use a rebuild and recharging the nitrogen. So these are not